I'll be asking the questions now. What is the significance of the atmosphere? So we start with Bhomik. Ninth rows, Bhomik. Do put space between 9 and rows and answer the first question. What will be the answer significance? What is the importance of atmosphere?
The atmosphere protects us from the harmful rays or harmful UV rays
Okay.
by
So it protects us from harmful UV rays. Okay. First, second. Anyone else? Second? Any more?
it
How
contains
atmosphere is?
it contains the major gases which are helpful for the living beings.
Beings. Okay. So living beings. Okay. See. Okay. Those also gases essential
It
for.
It
maintains the
contains
heat
ozone layer
regulation.
which protects us from UV rays.
Okay. Here you can put that one. Ozone. Okay.
It
More
maintains the balance of heat by
balance of heat. So it's a good heat transfer system. Balance of heat. Balance of heat. Okay. Anyone else?
It consists of atmosphere consists of mixture of various gases surrounding the Earth.
Okay, that we can say it is essential for life. Significance, importance we are saying, not the composition. Why it is essential?
So it
Why it is
protects the
important?
Earth from meteors.
Meteors as okay. Mesosphere, most of the meteors they burn there. Okay. Protects from attack from the okay, leave that. Meteors we can say. It protects us. Most of the um, okay, rocky bodies falling on the earth, it protects from them. So see here, it supports life. Atmosphere supports life. If there would have been no atmosphere, our earth would have been barren. Okay. Now, because of atmosphere only, the water is available. That is, water is in liquid form is available on earth. Because atmosphere creates pressure. Because of that pressure, water is available in liquid form. Okay, rest you know. The Earth's surface absorbing UV rays, warming the Earth's surface. Now, warming the Earth's surface as well. Without the atmosphere, Earth would have been very cold. So, since greenhouse gases are there, greenhouse gases, and because of this, our Earth warms. Okay, these are the significance you can write. Is this fine? So, it balances the heat, that is, balances the temperature variation between day and night. Okay, second one. First question is clear to all.
Good morning.
You can write in your words now. Yes, Sandeep, anything you have to want to ask? Okay, second question. State the components of
Sir,
the
again,
atmosphere.
one time again.
I'm repeating what I have
So
written.
which
Okay?
chapter?
Which chapter?
Which
You have
chapter?
just joined. 101. The early birds will get all the grains. Remember that. So, okay, first, what is the significance of the atmosphere? Page number 101. It supports life, protects life by creating pressure, allowing for liquid water to exist on the Earth's surface, absorbing UV rays, warming the surface through greenhouse gases, that is heat radiation, and reducing temperature between day and night, that is maintaining the heat balance. Okay, this is clear?
Send radio signal.
Yes, Dipakshi?
Helpful in transmitting the radio.
So I want to ask that can we write that it helps in sending radio waves or radio signals?
Okay, yes, you can say that is in ionospheres, the layers are there for transmitting the radio waves. That is also significant. There are many more significant importance you can see. Okay, next one, state the components of the atmosphere. What is the atmosphere composed of? It is composed of various gases. Which are they? Nitrogen, they are the components. So which all they are? Nitrogen,
Oxygen, carbon dioxide,
nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide, argon, they all you write, their percentage as well you write, okay? And other traces of gases. Okay, third one, name the different layers of the atmosphere. This you can do. Different layers.
Yes.
So mainly the 5 layers: troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere, ionosphere, exosphere. Okay, you can write those all layers. Now state the important characteristics of each of the following layer, each of the layers. So 5 layers we have. Their characteristics you write. Mesosphere, no characteristics has been given. You can avoid that. It's fine. Or you can write a little bit about temperature variation. Those all. Okay. It is the middle layer, and temperature variation you can write. Meteors as well, they used to burn them, mainly in mesosphere they burn. Okay, so characteristics you can write yourself. Each layer, 1 or 2 characteristics are fine. 2 you write for each layer, so you can remember at least 1. Okay. So third question is clear, fourth question as well clear. What is the significance of atmosphere? No need to, it is the same as first. So first question was general, it was only for Earth. So it is same only, fifth one. Okay, what are the properties of troposphere? Troposphere properties, sorry. Troposphere properties you can write. Variation, it is the lowest layer, closest to the Earth. Its thickness you can write. It's the most dense. Most of the gases, around 80% of the atmosphere consists of is troposphere. It is in troposphere. Rest properties you can write. The weather conditions, the weather and all the cloud formation that takes place in troposphere, weather phenomena and all that you can write. Okay. Now, what is the significance of ozone in the atmosphere? That is very clear. You can write. Okay. Importance of ozone. Okay. What are the causes of destruction of ozone layer? That is why you can write. Nitrous oxide is given. Then ODS, ozone depleting substances are there. Chlorofluorocarbons and all those you can write. Okay, give the properties of ionosphere that you can write. I think it's easy question. Okay, what is meant by greenhouse effect? Anyone in class? Greenhouse effect.
It is the increase in temperature due to the increase in the rate of CO2 consumption by the Earth.
Okay, we can leave CO2, we can write greenhouse gases instead of that. That will club all the other gases, greenhouse gases as well. Okay, so it is the increase due to increasing levels of greenhouse gases, increasing the temperature, global atmosphere temperature. Okay, it is written in there as well. Okay, 100 page number, technical terms to remember. Greenhouse effect. That is what we have discussed, that was global warming. Okay, greenhouse effect, whereas these greenhouse gases, they absorb the heat, and due to which the atmosphere is heated. That is greenhouse effect. The process whereby radioactively active gases absorb and delay the loss of heat to the space. They absorb and they re-emit, and this re-emission is delayed, and because of that, the lower atmosphere get heated. Lower troposphere moderately warmed due to radiation. Okay. Now, what do you mean by global warming? That is global warming. What do you mean by global warming? Since here we
The
have
warming of Earth due to trapping of heat energy by the greenhouse gases.
yes, this is global warming. So we have the atmosphere. There's a gradual increase in the temperature because of increase in the greenhouse gases, levels of greenhouse gases. So, and which are the greenhouse gases? CO2, CFCs, nitrous oxide, water vapor, these all gases. So a gradual increase in the overall temperature of the Earth atmosphere. Overall increase in the Earth's temperature, atmosphere temperature. Attributed, what is the reason? Due to the greenhouse gases, due to the increased levels of greenhouse gases, due to increase in the levels of greenhouse gases, such as CO2, CFCs, and other pollutants you can write. Okay. What are the consequences that you can write that we have discussed in class? As well, it is given straightforward in book. So make points and you can write 4 to 5 points you can write. Okay, name a few measures that could be taken to save the ozone layers. That we already discussed in class. You can write that one. Few measures. ODS, we have to stop using them, or we have to reduce their use as much as minimum as possible. Okay. Few measures you can take. Name the three realms of the earth. Three realms of the earth, which are there?
Hydrosphere, atmosphere, lithosphere.
Lithosphere. These are the three realms of the earth. And wherever these three realms interact, biospheres form. So main three realms you can write. Okay, state the composition of the earth atmosphere. That is same as second question. How can we reduce global warming? That was also given in book. Any one measure how we can reduce global warming? Anyone in class? So as we know why there is a global warming, because of increase in the levels
Conservation of forest.
conservation of forest. So greenhouse gases has increased. So
Reducing
must
the release of carbon dioxide.
reduce.
Reduce release of carbon dioxide.
We have to reduce the release of this carbon dioxide. And how we can reduce the release of carbon dioxide? That you have to write.
Reduce industrial pollution.
By planting trees.
By planting trees. By reducing industrial pollution.
So by practicing the
Public
by
transport.
Deforestation.
Public transport, using public transport. Yes, those all effective means of transports we can go for. Okay.
So practicing afforestation.
Afforestation, good. So those all things we will write. Okay. So we have to reduce the release of those greenhouse gases. How we can reduce the release of those greenhouse gases? Though these are the measures we will be going to take. Okay. Okay, that we have discussed. Okay, define the following terms. Troposphere, it is given in straightforward in okay, the lowest levels, the lowest layer of the Earth's atmosphere. That all you can define. Troposphere easily you can define. Troposphere, stratosphere as well you can define. The second layer. Weather. How to define weather? It's not given in book. What is weather?
Sir, weather is the physical condition of a state of atmosphere.
Okay, physical state. And what constitutes the physical state? Physical state means. So what do you see weather in weather? Heat. What is the temperature you see? Humidity you see? The rain, the light, those all constitutes weather. Okay. So weather, okay, there is a difference between weather and climate.
Sir, weather is for a short term of period and climate is for a long period.
It's for a long term, short term. Weather, many day-to-day basis we used to say. So it's like this. We went for somewhere for holidays. We expect climate, but what we get is weather. Yes or no? We expect climate, but we get weather there. Because climate is a long term. It is only we can predict what kind of climate could be. But weather it is a day-to-day phenomena. It can change rapidly. So weather is nothing but weather is the state of the atmosphere at particular place. At a particular place, what is the condition of the atmosphere? That is the state of the atmosphere at a particular place. And what could be the like dryness of the air, whether air is dry or humid, or whether the clouds are there or not. Sunshine, what is the condition of the sunshine, so whether the winds are flowing or not. Those all constitutes weather. They are the components of weather. So heat, cloudness, dryness, sunshine, wind, rain, etc. They all constitutes weather. This is clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now next one, greenhouse effect. It's given straightforward in your book. We already discussed. CFCs. What are CFC? Chlorofluorocarbon.
CFCs are synthetic industrial chemical compounds containing chlorine, fluorine, and carbon atoms.
Yes. So they are the compounds of carbon, chlorine, fluorine, those all. So they are the compounds of carbon, hydrogen, chlorine, and fluorine. Oh, and they are mainly used in refrigerants or aerosols. Like we have perfumes or fire extinguishers as well. They are used.
AC.
Yes, they are used. Sprays. The sprays as well, they have been used. Paint sprays and all these chemicals are being used. Okay. Now they have been prohibited. Okay. CFCs are clear. Thermosphere you can write yourself. Okay. Distinguish between the following. Any doubt in there? You can write three points on it. Troposphere, stratosphere, 3 points you can write. And see here you have to distinguish. That means differences you have to write, not the similarities. Okay. You can write that. Troposphere, stratosphere, and thermosphere. You can write about the temperature, whether it increases. Okay, in troposphere it decreases. It increases in stratosphere. Then the density, air density, weather phenomena here, what is happening, ozone virus is contained, and those all differences you can write. Okay, give reasons. These are important. Okay, the layer of the atmosphere becomes thinner with altitude. Okay, so Earth, as we are moving up, the atmosphere thickens, thins. It becomes more rarefied. Atmosphere gets more rarefied. Why? What is the reason for that? As you already seen in troposphere, that is within 14 kilometers or 18 kilometers, you say, we have 80% of the atmosphere. And within the mesosphere, from surface to the mesosphere, we have 99% of the atmosphere. So why? It is thick near the surface. As we move up, atmosphere gets rarefied. What is the reason? Sorry. Anyone in class? Any reason for that? What could be the reason? Any reason you can tell. You will see that. What could be the reason?
Sir, due to Earth's heat, sun's heat.
Heat, sun's heat. Okay, sun's heat.
Sir, the layers are compressed due to the gravity of the Earth.
Okay, gravity. Okay. See here, sun's heat, we will be discussing more on that. Sun's heat, mainly atmosphere get heated from the Earth's surface. Okay, that we will discuss in. Okay, sun's heat we can't tell. Leave it for time being. Okay, it's not the reason. Okay, gravity is one reason. So what happens? As we move up from the surface, the gravity decreases. Maximum gravity is on the surface. As we move up in the air, gravity decreases. As we move inside the Earth, gravity decreases. So the graph is like this. This is the distance. Here is the surface of the Earth. So inside the Earth, as we are moving towards the zero center, the gravity decreases. As we move up in the air, it as well keeps on decreasing. So the maximum maximum gravity is on the surface of the Earth. So gravity is less, so less attraction is there. That is one reason. One more reason is there. Pressure. See here, on these layers of air, there are other air as well available. So because of these atoms of the, or simply say these gases will press the gas below it. The gas which are lying above, it will press the lower layers. So it get more dense. So what are the reasons? Gravity as well as the pressure. So you can write at higher altitude, there is less air. As we are moving up with the altitude, as altitude is increasing, the higher layers of the air above it will be less. As altitude is increasing, air above the layer of air, it will be less. So less pressure will be there. So you can write at higher altitude, there is less air pushing down. There is less air pushing down from above. At higher altitude, there is less air pushing down from above. Okay, then put comma. Gravity is weaker for the farther. Gravity is weaker farther from Earth. Okay, these are the two reasons.
So gravity is
weaker farther from the Earth. As we move far from the Earth, the gravity gets weakened. It weakens. It weakened. Okay, it is weaker. Okay, so gravity is weaker farther from the Earth. Earth means Earth's surface. Okay, so at higher altitude. So at higher altitude, what will happen? The gas molecules, they can spread out. So at higher altitude, air molecules can spread out more. So at higher altitude, air molecules can spread out more, and air density decreases. So as altitude is increasing, there is less air above to push downward. So less pressure will be there. Here, more air is there to push. So more pressure and more dense will be there. This is clear? First question is clear. Next, move to second one.
Yes.
The Earth does not experience extremes of temperature. Earth does not
Because of its
experience.
proper distance from the sun.
No, that's not the reason.
Because most of the heat is absorbed by the atmosphere and the remaining heat is reflected back.
No reason. Okay, for example, this is our Earth. We have the atmosphere.
Sir,
Now,
due to the presence of the atmosphere.
that is reason, but direct is neutral. Okay, atmosphere is present. Okay, now see here. This is day. This is now. Nice. So this part will get heated. Even the atmosphere is there, this part will get heated. This part is cold. So what is the reason why there is less difference in the temperature? Contrast is less. What is the reason?
Because atmosphere radiates heat back at night.
That means day and night temperature should be extremes. The temperature should be high. That would mean.
But due to there is less medium.
There is less
medium. So there is no medium to travel the heat from one side to other side.
Okay, but here the question is why the temperature variation is less, extremes is less. Why the temperature variation is less? Does not experience extremes of temperature. Extremes of temperature, why doesn't experience? For example, this place is there. Okay, in day it gets heated. Okay, but at night this place get cold. But still the temperature difference at that place, the highest maximum and the lowest temperature is very less, not extreme. What is the reason? In oceans, we have discussed in hydrosphere, the heat get transferred
from hotter regions to colder regions by wind and ocean.
So the reason is the temperature difference is not extreme because the heat get transferred. And how the heat get transferred? From the atmosphere. In atmosphere, continuously air is moving. Yes or no? Continuously air get heated, moves up, moves there. So from hot regions, the heat get transferred to colder regions by means of atmosphere currents, by means of winds, and through ocean currents. So ocean and atmosphere, they act as heat transfer system. That's why temperatures are not extreme. This is clear? So it gets heated. Now this heat doesn't get concentrated here. It moves. So through conduction, through convection, through radiation, it moves to other places where the colder regions are there. That's why the temperature at any place is not extreme. That is difference. Does not extreme. So the reason is our atmosphere and ocean provides a good heat transfer system. Or you can write because our atmosphere and ocean provides an effective heat transfer system. Provides an effective heat transfer system. Okay, on other planets like Mars and all, if you see the difference between the temperature, that is diurnal range of temperature, that is very high. That is at day very high temperature, at night very low temperature. But on Earth, the difference is very less. It is less, accounting due to the reason because here the heat get transferred. We have effective heat transfer system, which are oceans and atmosphere. They act as a very effective heat transfer system so that heat get transferred. Okay, this reason is clear. Now, third, solid particles play an important role in the atmosphere. So how the solid particles, that is dust and all, they rises up in the atmosphere and the clouds are formed. How the clouds are formed. So how these solid particles act is important. Why they are important? Because they act as nuclei. Because they act as nuclei on which the water vapor condenses. Because they act as nuclei for the condensation of water vapor. So these dust particles, they around them, water condenses. The water vapor condenses, and clouds are formed. Then rain or precipitation, we used to call it, in the form of rain or snow, they occur. So the reason is because they act as nuclei for the condensation of water vapor around them. Because they act as nuclei for the condensation of water vapor around them. Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, next question. Draw the self-explanatory diagram illustrating the structure of the atmosphere that you can draw. It is page number 97. Okay, no need of drawing those aeroplanes and those all. Okay. Space shuttle and space station as well. No need of drawing them. If you want to draw, you can draw. Okay, it's up to you. The diagram, the layers you have to draw, and rest things if you want, you can draw. That's up to you. Okay, any doubt in this chapter?
No, sir.
Okay, then we can
No
start
doubt.
insulation. You can start next chapter then.
Sir, can you explain tropopause one more time?
Tropopause. Okay. It is the limit of the troposphere. So see here the Earth and the other layer. The first layer we have the troposphere. So what happens with the temperature? It increases or decreases as we move up?
Decreases.
Decreases. At what rate? Anyone remembers?
6.4 degrees Celsius per kilometer.
Or 1 degree Celsius for every 166 or 167 meters. This is how the temperature decreases as you move. Now this thing, why it is decreasing, we'll be discussing this chapter insolation as well. Okay. Now see here, up to here the temperature decreases, but after this, temperature starts to increase. So the point where the temperature starts to increase, the next layer comes. So this is the limit of the troposphere. This limit is called tropopause. Pause means we have paused the troposphere. And it is the lower limit of stratosphere. Tropopause. We have paused the troposphere. Similarly, we have stratopause. Pause the stratosphere. Next start the next layer, mesosphere. Is this clear now? So the
Yes,
end limit
sir.
of the troposphere, the upper limit of the troposphere, or you can say the lower limit of the stratosphere. This is tropopause. So next chapter is insolation. Yes.
So is there any reason for that mesosphere is the coldest layer?
Mesosphere is the coldest layer. Okay, there is reason I have studied that one. Okay, we have troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere. Okay, this is the coldest region. Let me remember that one. Okay, here mainly we have little. Okay, I give you idea about that. So here mesosphere, a little bit carbon dioxide is present as well there. Mesosphere, see here, as you move up, the density decreases. Density of the air decreases. So here we have a less density as well some carbon dioxide is present. Okay. Now, whatever heat comes, first ionosphere, ions are formed as those. Little ionization to take place in mesosphere as well, but very little. And the heat which comes here, it is rarefied. That is one reason. It is rarefied. So less heat will be absorbed. Second reason is there is presence of carbon dioxide as well. In some amount, carbon dioxide as well is present. So that absorbs the heat. And that's why the mesosphere is cold. Now, so because of rarefied, because of presence of carbon dioxide, here mesosphere is colder. But in stratosphere, we have the ozone layer that absorbs most of the UV rays. So it gets heated. Okay, more in detail I'll tell you next time. Okay, in mesosphere mainly because of carbon dioxide present that absorbs the heat, and that's why it's colder.
And so one more doubt that thermosphere, the outer layer, why it is the hottest layer, since it is most rarefied, then also why it is hottest.
Yes, that is the most rarefied, but that is the hottest layer. Okay, that also I will tell you next time. Okay. Okay, there's one more thing I tell you about the last layer. Air is very rarefied. Even you go in that layer, you will feel cold. Even though the temperature is around 500 degrees Celsius, but you will feel cold because there the medium is not there. Since it is very, very rarefied, so we can say there is no medium to transfer the heat. So that's why you will feel cold. Okay. Why it is around 5 degrees, that I will tell you next lecture. Okay, I have to go through that as well. Okay, we can start with insolation now. Any more doubts you have in that chapter?
No, sir.
Okay, so we can start with insolation. Just give me 10 seconds. Okay, so see here in insolation, it means incoming solar radiations. We got it how the insolation word is derived. Incoming solar radiations. The radiations which are coming to the earth, those we call as insolations. The heat, the light rays, those coming to the earth, we call it as insolation. All the incoming solar radiations we call as insolation. So sun, you already know, it's a star, and vigorously the heat is being generated, light energy is being generated because of nuclear reaction taking place. Okay, nuclear fusion is taking place. The hydrogen is getting converted into helium, and due to that, the nuclei become very unstable, and that emits the particles. And that emission of energy is in the form of solar radiations. And the radiations which all we receive on the earth, that is called as insolation, incoming solar radiations. Now see here, these are the incoming solar radiations. Now, if any planet that is very closer to the sun, if it is very closer to the sun, what will happen? More rays it will get, more heat it will receive. So as you move further away from the sun, the heat received will be less radiations will be received. You can see as well, they are radiating away from, they are diverging away from. So as you move away from the sun, less radiations will be received. This is clear to all. Radiation very closer, more radiations are received. More the distance, less radiations are received. So as we move away from the sun, the planets, the temperature on the planet will be less. So Pluto and all, they are very cold planets. And Venus, Mercury, they are very hot planets. Earth lies at such place that it is having moderate temperature that is suitable for the life. Mainly it is this zone, the zone in which the earth lies is called as Goldilocks zone. It is called, this zone is called Goldilocks. This word is not there in book. You may have seen somewhere in news.
Sir, very epic word.
Epic, yes. Goldilocks zone. The zone where the temperature which is suitable for life. That zone is called as Goldilocks zone. So Earth lies in that zone where the life is possible, where the water can forms. gas, liquid, and solid. So this is clear. Incoming solar radiations. Now the solar radiates energy in the form of electromagnetic waves. So the waves emitted from the sun, they are electrical in nature as well as magnetic in nature. They are electromagnetic waves and they do not require medium to propagate. No medium is required for electromagnetic waves to propagate. They can propagate through vacuum. That's how we are getting the heat from the sun or the light from the sun in the form of electromagnetic waves. So infrared rays, X-rays, gamma rays, or the UV rays, visible light, they all are form of the EM wave, electromagnetic waves. And what is the speed of these rays? At what speed we are getting? At what speed they are being emitted from the sun? What is the speed of light? 3 into anyone in
10
class?
raised to 8 meter per second.
Or 3 into 10 raised to power 5 kilometer per second. Okay, so make action in your. It is given in page number 102. D point is written at the speed of 30,000 is written. Put one more zero, 3 lakh. 3 lakh kilometer per second. That is the speed of light. Electromagnetic waves. This is the speed of light. This is clear. So 3 lakh kilometer per second or 3 into 10 raised to power 8 meter per second. Sun's temperature 6,000 degrees Celsius. That we know on the surface it is around 6,000 degrees Celsius. Okay, so incoming solar radiation is clear. And okay, one more thing is here that we'll discuss in more in detail afterwards as well. So this is our, these are the poles, North Pole, South Pole. Here we have the equator. So as we move away from the equator towards the pole, the temperature increases or decreases?
Decreases.
Decreases. The reason being, most of the heat is concentrated on the equator. So if this is the sun, these are the rays. Since sun is very, very far away, so we usually take these rays as parallel to each other. Okay. Now, see here what happens. As you are moving away from the equator, as you are moving away, that is towards the pole, the rays are getting more and more slant. Oblique, they are getting more and more slant. That is one region. Okay. So and see the atmosphere. These rays, that is near the equator, they have to travel less atmosphere. But these rays, they have to travel more in the atmosphere. More thickness in the atmosphere they have to travel. More distance they have to travel. So some heat get reflected back, some heat may get absorbed by the atmosphere, and less heat reaches the surface of the earth as compared to the equator. So one reason is because of atmosphere. Less atmosphere to travel, more atmosphere to travel. That is one reason. Other reason, they are over a little bit overhead. So more heat is concentrated near the equator. And see here, they are falling more fall. So here they are distributed, more distributed. So the heat get more distributed. Here heat get more concentrated. So more heat near the equator, less heat on the poles. So as we move away from equator towards the pole, the temperature decreases. The amount of heat available, that is amount of heat available here decreases as we move towards the pole. Yes, Harshvardhan, you have raised your hand. Ask. Or simply raising hand. It's good to raise the hands digitally, yes or no? It won't pain. In class, you won't raise the hand. Okay, this is clear. This we'll be discussing more in detail. Okay. Now, heating of the atmosphere. How the heating of the atmosphere takes place? So most of the energy, it will be from the sun. So most of the energy that is on the earth available, it is from the sun. That is 99.9% around. Rest from the earth, inside the earth. Any radioactivity taking place inside the uranium, thorium, those are all there in plutonium, they are inside the Earth. Because of those radioactivity, some heat is released from inside the Earth. Okay, so what happens? See here, this is the Earth, we are having sun. So rays are coming, we have the atmosphere. Now see here, as these rays encounters the atmosphere, the atmosphere reflects back. Atmosphere reflects back a part of this. So how much it is reflecting? It is 40%. So 40% of the total insolation, that is incoming solar radiation, is being reflected. Some part from these outer layers, then we have the clouds, and then we have the mountain caps and all. They usually reflect back. So around 40% is reflected back to the space. So amount of heat reaching is around 60%. Okay, and from this 60%, around 10% is absorbed by the atmosphere. 10%, no, Earth mainly absorbs most of the heat. Okay.
Sir, time.
So around time is over. Okay, just 1 minute I will take. So around 10 to 15% as the atmosphere absorbs. Remaining the 39 or 40% or 35%, whatever, 45%. Around 45%, some books you will see 51% as well. Around 40% reach the Earth's surface. The Earth's surface get heated. The Earth's surface get heated. Now see one thing, Earth is a hot body, so it emits short waves radiations. These short wave radiations doesn't heat the atmosphere. Okay, because of the short wave radiation doesn't heat the atmosphere, only it heats around 10 to 15%. Now remaining short wave radiations heat the Earth's surface. Now Earth, it will re-emit. Earth is a cold body, therefore it will emit long wave radiation, long wave radiations it will emit. And now because of this radiation, the atmosphere starts to heat. Okay, so near the surface of the Earth, by conduction, the air is heated. Then by convection or condension, it gets heated. That's why troposphere, the temperature decreases as we move up. Okay, because the atmosphere gets heated from Earth's surface. Mainly the atmosphere gets heated from Earth's surface. Earth emits the long wave radiations. Because of that, the atmosphere gets heated. So short wave radiation, only 10% or 15% atmosphere get heated. And majority of the atmosphere get heated from the Earth's surface. First the Earth get heated, then the atmosphere. We will discuss. Okay, we'll discuss in next lecture this one. Okay.
Okay, sir. So can we leave?
Thank you, sir.
Yes, yes, you can leave. Do the question answers. If you have any doubt, do ask. And go through this chapter installation.
Thank you, sir.
Sir, which company
Please
earphone
don't
you are
submit.
using?
Yes.
Thank you, sir.
Sir, which company earphone you are using?
Earphone, it's a OnePlus.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, I end the class. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Do read the first page, okay, of insulation. Do read the first and second page. It's very easy chapter.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you all.